Hi, I'm Tom Wakechild. In this video newsletter, we will explore the question, what are you? Are you your body, or are you something much more? We will conclude with an excerpt from my Understanding A Course in Miracles workbook lesson, theme 14, What Am I? Fear arises any time you believe you lack the creative power to handle a given situation. Whenever you fail to answer either of these two following questions correctly, fear will raise its ugly head. The first question is, what am I? The second question is, what do I value and why? Previously, we discussed the second question. As long as you believe and value something for its innate ability to make you happy, you will be in fear. Whenever you believe that the source of your happiness is external, even when you possess it, you will fear that it can be lost or stolen. Yet it is this first question, what am I, that is critical and must be answered first. If you believe that you are your body, fear will be inescapable. If you believe that a judgmental God awaits your untimely death, fear will be inevitable. Realize that regardless of whether you have a physical body, you as individuated consciousness will still exist. You are not your body. You are mind or spirit. As individuated consciousness, you have the power to direct creative energy, which makes you both a participant and observer of your world of individuated perception. Your current state of consciousness is derived from three components: your assumptions, second, your beliefs that you refuse to question, and third, the decisions you make. In the world of perception, your ego is your current answer to the question, what am I? Because of the creative power of your mind's own limiting beliefs, your true nature is being overshadowed by what you falsely imagine that you are. You believe you are a victim of outside forces beyond your control. This always generates fear. Your belief in lack, limitation, and separation is the source of your perceived vulnerability. This belief arises from not knowing what you truly are. Fortunately, your current state of consciousness changes whenever your assumptions, beliefs, and certainty about them change. Your own belief in lack, limitation, and separation is the logical conclusion of not understanding what you truly are. You are a spiritual being having an earthly experience. Only you can acknowledge this fact, since nothing sources your experience but you. But to do that initially requires an act of faith on your part. You need to say yes to the fact that you are an unlimited focus of consciousness. As an individuated aspect of the OneSelf, you are a feedback mechanism that allows you to witness the OneSelf demonstrating being love in form. Say yes and step upon the bridge to a new reality. The bridge will magically appear to support your feet as you leave your world of misperception and embrace correct perception. There is a life beyond your imagination seeking to emerge in you right now. Say yes to the truth that is within you. Step out on that bridge to truth and watch as your new life magically appears to emerge beneath your feet. What the caterpillar believes to be the end of its world, the master knows will result in the emergence of a beautiful butterfly. Trust and recognize the butterfly within. Your problem is that you believe you are a caterpillar. You strive to be the best caterpillar that you can be. Instead, remember that you have a beautiful butterfly within you waiting to emerge. When you boldly step out on that bridge of truth to reclaim your divine birthright, that butterfly will emerge. You will be the creator of the change that you seek for your world of perception. Fear, which is false evidence appearing real, will be no more. Question: what are you? Do you see yourself as a caterpillar or a butterfly? What assumptions, beliefs, and decisions do you need to adopt to allow your authentic self to emerge from your cocoon? Hint: if you began the ACIM workbook lessons at the start of the year, you might be working on Theme 14, What Am I? This theme covers workbook lessons 351 to 360. This excerpt below comes from Understanding A Course in Miracles workbook lessons. Because it is comprehensive and empowering, it is helpful when you explore those above questions. If you are doing or planning to do the ACIM workbook lessons, you can get your own copy of this book from Amazon. The rest of the video and transcript is that excerpt from my Understanding A Course in Miracles workbook lesson, Theme 14, What Am I? It is about 9 minutes. So when you have time, sit back and listen or read that passage, preferably before you answer those probing questions. This is Tom Wakechild, asking you to create a great day for yourself and your world. Namaste. We are about to begin the 14th and final special theme, which is entitled, What Am I? This special theme, What Am I?, covers the workbook lessons 351 through 360. So, what am I anyways? In truth, there is just the one self. You are an indivisible part of that one. The Father is cause, the Son is the Father's effect. The Holy Spirit is the link that connects the two sides of one indivisible coin called God. There is no separation, for in that Trinity there is just a oneness of all that is. Yet within our split mind that perceives rather than knows, we think in terms of duality and therefore see ourselves as God's creation, an effect of the thought of God. As such, you are God's Son, complete, healed, and whole. You are a reflection of God's eternal love. In you, love is perfected, fear impossible, and joy established without opposites. You are the completion of God. As the Christ, you are perfect, whole, and complete. You are the home of God, holy and sinless as God Himself. In time, you help the Holy Spirit reawaken sleeping minds that currently look upon a sinful world that requires redemption. Through your forgiveness, you save your world. Through your forgiveness, you reawaken sleeping minds to the truth that they, like you, are the Christ. We are the messengers of God and speak for God with love in our hearts. We have changed our egoic mind from fear-based thinking to the realization that we are only love. Now, endowed with the vision of Christ, we see the world free of all thoughts of sin and recognize everything as kind and good. In time, we are the bringers of salvation. Yet in heaven, we will disappear into the heart of God and remain eternally one with the indivisible OneSelf. In time, your purpose is to change your world of perception from a witness for the false to a witness for the truth. Because of our mind's erroneous beliefs about the existence of lack, limitation, sin, and separation, our minds have created a false ego for everything that it envisions. Time allows us to correct those erroneous beliefs about ourselves and our world. Since time provides us the opportunity to change our mind, we can now deliberately choose to see all God's creations as innocent, sinless, and forever one with God. God and the Holy Spirit know the world as sinless. Who are we to argue with God and defend our mind's belief in fear? Fear arises any time we believe that we lack the creative power to handle a given situation. Whenever we fail to answer either of the following two questions correctly, fear will raise its ugly head. The first question is, what am I? The second question is, what do I value and why? Previously, we discussed the second question, what do I value and why? We said that the miracle temporarily corrects your mind's mistaken answers to either of the two above questions. The Holy Spirit uses the miracle to reframe your misperception and move your mind from victim consciousness to responsibility consciousness and the truth. Obviously, if you fail to see yourself as Christ, perfect, whole, and complete, you have answered the first question, what am I, incorrectly. Because of this, you will find yourself in a state of constant fear. When you perceive that you are a limited ego body with needs, you will value something because you will believe that obtaining that item will make or improve your safety, survival, or happiness. As long as an item is perceived to be something outside your own mind's control, you will continue to see yourself as a victim. In the illusion of time, you have come here to reawaken to the truth that you are not the body but are free. You are still as God created you, part of the indivisible OneSelf. Nothing sources your individual experience but you, and nothing has the ability to rob you of your inner peace unless you choose to allow it. In time and space, your mind rules your world of perception. In this play school of time, you are an infinite focus of consciousness. You are a feedback loop that can witness the effects of the choices that you are making in the depth of your mind that rests within the mind of God. Therefore, each thought is a vibration of creation to communicate to the world in an attempt to experience communion with all life. This feedback loop provides the learning experiences that you desire. In reality, you are a perfect spirit, unaffected by anything. You've been given the full power to choose and to create your experiences as you would have them be. You are not the egoic part of your mind that perceives itself to be a little less self. Instead, you are 100% responsible for your feelings and all that you call into your awareness. Your mind gives all the meaning to your world through its power of interpretation. You are the creator of your world of perception. You are the decision maker that determines what you desire to call into your awareness. You write the mental program that determines the beliefs that will govern how you will interact with life. You, as decision maker, ask the question, what am I? You, as the decision maker, then fill in the answer. The answer to the question, what am I, forms the basis for your beliefs that become the thought system which governs and limits what you believe you are and how you are capable of relating to your world. Your ego is your current answer to the question, what am I? The ego, like a computer, can only run programs. A computer has no power to write the program. Yet, when we choose to forget that our mind originally decided to write the program that became our ego, it will appear as if our mind is powerless to control our experiences. It will seem as if you are a victim of outside forces that are beyond your mind's control. Yet these experiences are the natural effect of which mental programs you choose to write and run. You have just failed to remember that your mind writes, holds, runs, and projects the images that comprise your private world of individuated perception. These images seem to be caused by some mysterious external force, yet it is your mind that is projecting these images. It is the same mind that forgot it ran the program that also made the observation. Forgetting that your mind is the computer operator, it appears that the events being viewed on the screen of consciousness have no relationship with your mind. You now believe that you can only respond to what you observe on the screen of consciousness rather than simply choosing to run a different program. By deciding to forget that you control the mental input, your faulty memory leads you into victim consciousness. Only when you remember that you are the decision maker can you realize that you also have the power to choose differently. You can choose differently by deciding to stop arguing for your littleness and instead follow the guidance of the Holy Spirit who knows the correct answer to the question, what am I? Why not make that decision today? This is Tom Wakechild, and as always, create a great day for yourself and your world. Namaste.